Bye. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. They don't care about you at all. That's what the owners count on. The owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. They don't care about you at all. That's what the owners count on. The owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. All day long, beating you over the head in their media.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, you Akim and you Akwath, also your children that believe on His word. It's your brother Kalak Har of GMS Northwest. Come back at you with another video. And make this quick in transit. But nevertheless, the American dream, the American dream is nothing but an illusion, that people have been chasing and ended up empty-handed, especially you Jakes, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the biblical Hebrew Israelites that have no rest in this land. This is not your land. This is not your rest. It would destroy you with a sword of destruction, as the scripture says. So we're not supposed to put our faith in no American dream. We're not supposed to rely on this place. We're not supposed to go down to Egypt and stay on horses because there's so many. Now you have a couple, Jakes that's doing all right in Babylon. I mean, for the most part, we're not in physical, hardcore slavery. Where we got shackles around our necks and we're going to work in the field from sun up to sundown. We got to eat all this abominable foods. It's this. They found a way to make you go to work and work for it. Salaki, I got a cop behind me. Got a truck in front of me and it's raining, so just bear with me. But it's different these days. You got a social security, you got an ID card. You can't travel unless you have your papers. You can't get in your vehicle and drive 100 miles down the road and the cop pull you over and you don't have no papers. That's not happening. You're still under this you're still under bondage, captivity. So trying to make it here will only destroy you, So let me get them. It will only make matters worse, trying to keep up with the so-called white man, Esau Edom, which this is his heaven. He was given the sword. He was blessed with the sword and the fatness of the earth. So what is Esau going to do? He's going to, prosper in those certain things. They're not in trouble like other men, But we're going to read this real quick. This is from Google, the American Dream. It says, hold on. The American Dream. The idea that all U.S. citizens have the opportunity to succeed through hard work. And, whoa, what does, hold on. Wisdom of Solomon 5 say? Because who built America? The slaves did. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you built America. And they made no account of that. fucking cop won't leave me the fuck alone. Salakia. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I Gar Satan Tha. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. There you go. He's off my back. The water. This is our Wisdom Psalm 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the faces of such as had afflicted him and made no accounts of his labors." And we worked hard in those fields. 200 plus years of free labor. We didn't get that. Remember Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl halftime, whatever. You know, there wasn't no 40. What happened to that 40 acres and a mule? You know, and the only way you getting that today is you in bed with Esau. You know, you so to speak, you're being his puppet in a way. You know. You riding his coattail, you getting his crumbs, and think you're doing something. And you know, a prime example is you know, football. You know, they turned that into, you know, because that's hard. That's you know, making billions, trillions of dollars. That's $1 trillion industry, $1 billion industry. You know, and Jake think it's a dream to go play, you know, in the NFL, you know, when you know, it's like a slave auction, if you ask me. You know, I think, what's his name? The quarterback that took the knee, Kaepernick. You know, Kaepernick did a little video on there how it's a slave trade. You know, they go up there, they measure your hands, they measure your arms, they see how fast you can run, you know, and then they pick you for a team, you know, give you this wage, you know. You know, nowadays, that's blinding Jake. You know, you got hundreds of thousands of Jakes year in and year out that want to play this game of football, you know, to reach that pinnacle as I'm in the NFL to do what, you know, Patrick Mahomes and all of these other, you know, Jakes, you know, Esau in there too, you know, Latin tribes in there, you know, everybody's in there. But that's Jake's dream, you know, to reach that. You know, I never had a dream about doing that. I played it, but I never had a dream about it. But, you know, Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua, I ain't even in the midst of that right now. I'm in this truth. Because, you know, I got people, you know, I went to school with, I played with, and they, you know, they miserable. They miserable, to say the speak, you know, to say the least. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled and terrified, and terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for. You know, so remember, they made no account for our labors. But the American dream is that if you work hard enough, you'll succeed through hard work, which is, you know, riches, poverty, riches, and prosperity comes from the Lord. The Lord is the one that's, if you're rich or poor, if you got something, you know. We don't get caught up in the rich and poor, and you know, we just need enough to sustain us in this walk that we're in. What is it? 1 Timothy. First Timothy 6 and we start at 5. It said, perverse disputings of man corrupt minds. But doubt not about questions and strife of words, whereof cometh envy, and strife, railings, evil summaries. It says, Salakia. I read the whole thing wrong. It said, perverse disputings, verse 5, of men and corrupt minds, and the destitute of the truth, supporting the gain of his godliness, from such draw thyself. But godliness with contentment is great gain. You know, so just because you are making money in Babylon the Great, you got, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, some even millions, you know, that don't mean, you know, the Lord is, you know, to me it's a curse to have all that money, you know, to be having access to money like that in Babylon the Great, which is on its way out. It says, for we bought nothing into this world, and it's certain we can carry nothing out. It says, and having food and arraignment, let us therewith Salakia, and having food and arraignment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. You know, so chasing after that bag, you know, that bag with holes in it, you know, this American dream, it's only you're gonna fall into a snare, a trap. Because when society starts to crumble more and more, you know, it's crumbling, but when it starts to really go, you know, you're not gonna be able to eat your car, you're not gonna be able to eat some money, you're not gonna be able to, you know, as a matter of fact, you're not going to be able to keep up with all those expenses. You know, these you know, entertainers and stuff like that, they got to keep the ball going. You know, that bread and circus, they got to keep it going because they got mouths to feed, they got, you know, places to pay for, they got more expensive life. The more money you get, the more money you spend. You know. So they got to keep that going. That's all I wanted to bring out on that. But let me get this, and then we can close it out. We the people, get your ass out of here. It says, the American dream is the idea that all U.S. citizens have the opportunity to succeed through hard work. It is a national ethos that been interpreted in different ways over time. It says, definition, American dream is the idea that the U.S. citizens have the equal opportunities to achieve success and prosperity. It is a happy way of living that many Americans believe can be achieved by working hard. It's a dream of the land where everyone has the opportunity to live a better, richer, and fuller life. And that's out the door, man. Since the 60s. Since World War II, that's been, you know, going downhill. And we know this devil that's in power right now. We know the wicked elite that's running this thing, that's pulling the strings behind the scenes. They know they got a short time. They know they're on the way out. You know, we get one more thing in there, we'll close it out. Ben Siri. This is Sirach, or Ben Sim in the GNT, or Ecclesiasticus 34:1. It says, foolish people are deceived by vain hopes, and dreams get them all excited. A person who pays any attention to dreams is like someone who tries to catch shadows or chase the wind. You're not gonna catch a shadow. You can chase the wind forever. what you see in the dream is no more real than the reflection of your face in the mirror. You know, so you thinking about coming up, being this, you know, whatever you think you want to be in Babylon the Great, it's an illusion. It's not going to happen. It says, what is unreal can no more produce something real than what is dirty can produce something clean. You know, you can't make what's crooked straight. You know, it was made that way. It's made in perfection. You know, Esau try to, you know, mutilate and change this and change that on people, on animals. You know, change the weather, change the dates, change the time, change the food, change the people. You know, have them thinking about this glorious, you know, American dream. That's false. It's a false reality. You know, and more people are starting to see that. You know, more and more people are starting to wake up to that. This place is literally going into this is third world country. You know, and with the tariff situation and the price of everything, you know, it's going to continue to be in this way. Let me read this last one. It says, dreams, divination, Salakia, and omens are nonsense. You see them in only what you want to see. So look, if you know, the Lord send us dreams. Some dreams are for nothing. Some dreams are, you know, for something. But we're talking about this reality, this illusion, this dream, you know, that all of us, you know, have been a victim of growing up in Babylon about, you know. So like I said, that's all I wanted to bring out. 555, call hello, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shem, Kakadash, you know, and we almost out of here. We almost out of here. This dream is almost, this dream, this hell that we're in, it's almost time to get out of here. So with that said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, Shem, Kakadash. Hope you was edified. Hope you got some out of this. Shalom.